Equalizer 2, directed by Antoine Fuqua, and stars Denzel Washington as a man that can kill you in a second. And this time Denzel Washington is more the man of the people. He helps people from his environments. He starts some sort of father-son relationship between him and another kid living in his neighbor. And it seems like everything going fine until mysterious death starts to rattle his world. I actually kinda like the first Equalizer. I like Denzel Washington, and I like how Antoine Fuqua directs and shoots his films. He has this very gritty sensibility to his film. I like Southpaw as well. Denzel Washington character is without a doubt the best part in this film. Every second with him is very entertaining. You can walk to this film just because Denzel Washington performance alone. He makes this entire film worth it. I also really like the bond between him and this kid in his neighbor. This kid wants to be an artist, but because of the environment that he is living, this thing is not really acceptable or really common. But his bond with Denzel Washington was very good, very solid. There was a scene with very intense dialogue, and I think it was better than the connection in the last film between him and the girl. That for me was the weakest part of the film. The action sequences also handled very well, except for one that involves way too many cuts. Way too many cuts. You can see that maybe Denzel Washington wasn't ready to film that kind of hand-to-hand combat, but except that, most of the fight scenes were very well and very entertaining. And this is what this film is. It's very entertaining, and it doesn't really try to be anything more. And if you go to this film with this mentality, I think you'll have a lot of fun. It doesn't mean that the film don't have issues, because it has a lot. Mainly the structure. There are so many subplots and side plot, and it takes really a lot of time for the film to really become a film of its own. There are a lot of subplot in the first and even the second act that just have a lot of weight on the film. It really, the first act make the movie drags a bit. Denzel Washington performance really helped for the film, but it feels like the film just make really hard time to take momentum and become a real film of its own. Another problem that I have with the film is the antagonist. In the last film, they had really good antagonists. This Russian guy, this mob. They had very good scene between them in the restaurant. In this film, we don't have that. There's no a restaurant scene. There's no really a presence of a villain in this film, and it just kind of, the villain just does the job. It's very surface level. If you like the first film, I think you'll have a very good time with this one. Except for the structure and the villain, I've had a lot of fun with the film. I will give The Equalizer 2 a 5. Not a great film by any means, but entertaining. Like I said, you can watch this film just for Denzel Washington alone. Guys, what did you thought about the film? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment down below. Press the like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you already haven't. And I will see you in the next video.